Hey guys, well today we've got an awesome product review. ECU Shop has bought out their V2 throttle controller. The boost speed next controller has got some awesome features, so let's go and check them out. This is the little unit here, very straightforward to install. This goes down to your accelerator pedal, it plugs onto the accelerator end, and your factory plug goes onto here. Very straightforward to sit this in. We'll go and run through that just now. And this little unit over here, which you've probably seen on other models of things similar, is a nice little controller unit. Best thing about this though, is you can control it off your phone. Everybody these days has got an Android or an Apple, and they love to do the phone apps. This has got one of the best apps out there. Well, we're in the heart of the Isuzu D-Max here now. It's a big powerhouse machine. So we're just going to disconnect the battery, nice and safe install, as we are dealing with electrics with the car. So it's going to undo the positive, just a little 10mm, and tuck it right out of the way. Disconnected, nice and safe. Well guys, here we are on the footwell of the 2019 Isuzu D-Max. Up here you can see the electronic fly-by-wire throttle, and this is the plug that basically controls that. So we've disconnected the battery. I'm going to pop this off. It's just got a little switch on the back, not switch, sorry, little toggle to get off there. Now this is nice and straightforward with the V2. Basically plugs straight onto the factory one, the same way the factory one came off. Just like that. Sits on there, clicks in, and you get the factory plug. It basically goes the same way, up into there. If you put it the right way, that would help. Actually, we'll bring it upside down. And bang, straight in. Stuck that up there. It's actually quite well made. It's got rigid wire on there, so it's quite easy to hold itself and split itself. And then we've got this end that we're going to go and find basically an area to put so we can plug the little controller unit in. Very straightforward, very easy. Just main thing to remember is disconnecting the battery prior. Now I'm going to run this up through the steering column, I believe. This will be the easiest way. So you can see I've just poked this through here. Keep it nice and tidy. I'll be able to hide that up around there. So here's the little controller unit. Nice and tidy little thing. Basically the same as your old house phone plug. Bang, straight in there, nice and easy. We'll tuck that back there because it's quite a bit of wire. And then we're going to run this up over here so it's nice and easy to access. It's got a little bit of 3M tape on the back, so you just peel that off and stick it on. And later on I'll go and zip tie all this up. It's nice and tidy behind there. Very good installation. Very straightforward, very easy. Well, just chuck the power back on. Nip that up, make sure it sits down nicely. You always want to get a good clamp on the battery, so you want it sitting as low as possible. Tighten that up good there. Bang, we're ready to race. So what we've done, we've just started it up, backed it out, check everything's working. It's come on as normal. It hasn't connected yet, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into the app. It's going to turn the car into on. It's going to go into the menu on the app. Let's go into device, then plus at the bottom, scan for device. This is our one. Basically it's going to come up with press the little face that's on the unit down here. That pairs them, and we're good to go. Basically adjust it from here, and we'll run through all the other options, go from there. Oh yeah, let's see what this thing's got, eh? Awesome, so we're all connected to the app, we've got the car running, and you get some ideas of what this thing can do. So we've got the ramble idle. Basically ramble idle is almost turning the car into a lumpy cam V8 or a rotary, depending what you like. It basically controls the idle and sets it at a bit of a, sort of a stroker sounding, I don't know what you'd say, a bit of a, yeah, rotary style, depending what your forte is. So you go into that, gives you a little bit of caution warning, just to say that it's going to be doing different things to the car. Just flick it on. Already you can hear it, just sort of changing the vehicle. Basically it's sort of there, sitting there revving itself. But you can go in and completely adjust this yourself. So you can set it to go a bit faster. You hear that change again. You can hear it revving longer, bigger. I think personally, nice and down low, it's something different. It's quite cool. You pull up to the light, some guy's looking at you. That's right, revving my car. But I think more importantly, for us guys that like to get into the situations with winching and stuff, you know, with the old cars, when you want to get the power to the winch, you need to be spinning the alternator, getting that power into the battery, keeping it charged. Awesome feature of this, it's got winch mode. So you go into the winch mode, you flick that on, and basically it'll hold the idle up for you. So you can adjust it to how much you want. It goes up to about 15%. So you can hear the car coming up slightly. So 15% there, keeping it a nice thing. What's that? 1200 RPM, perfect. Just enough power to get the alternator spinning, get everything working there. And then you turn it back down, flick it off. If you're winching in a situation, it's good just to chuck that up. Just keep if you can't be sitting in the car, for example, and you're out there winching your mate with the winch controller, then that way you can just control it from here. Nice little option actually. This thing is a bit of a kid's candy land. You can basically play with it all day. It's got anti-slip mode, so basically how much traction is applied by the foot pedal. Awesome feature, anti-theft modes. The car cannot be taken when this has got a lock pin in it, because basically the pin has to be entered to be able to engage the throttle. So basically if theft can't get into it unless they really know what they're doing. Let's face it, most of the guys out there don't. Yeah, and all sorts of driving modes, multiple up to sort of 9 and automatic. Then you've got all your other features as well. There's so many in here that you've really got to go and have a play with it yourself. Great little app, and there's some great videos online to check out all the different modes and whatnot. We implore you to definitely try one out for your vehicle. This is a 2019 D-Max. It's quite a well set up vehicle. It's got the exhaust. It does have a remap, but it's nice to hear that out of the 3.5 inch exhaust. Just something a bit different. And again, this can fit pretty much any new unit on the market. Awesome little feature, and definitely a step above any other throttle controller on the market.